Hello everybody, in today's video I'm going to be showing you guys some more puzzles. These are all from HK Now Store. These are new, so I'm going to show you guys these primarily. And these ones were sent in the package. I had no idea he was sending me these too. These are just different variations of these puzzles, so I'll go ahead and show you briefly these ones as well. These ones here are new. Now these are 3x3 shape mods, obviously. And you can see Tony Fisher's signature there. Now Tony Fisher was the first person to invent the Fisher Cube, and that's why it's called the Fisher Cube for those who don't know. And that was invented, I think, in the early 1980s, shortly after the Rubik's Cube was out. But I don't know that for sure, so don't quote me. But I'm pretty sure. Anyways, these are all made with just the the same pieces, basically. We've got these square pieces like a 3x3 here, and then we've got these pieces here, which can act for the Fisher Cube, and then we've got these little triangle pieces. Now, if you were to put this little triangle piece right there, it would create a straight line, and that would make a Fisher Cube all around. So just with these three pieces, you can create a whole bunch of different things. Now this one's called the House Cube. I believe this one's like some kind of star cube. Do a little bit of a checker pattern here so you can see it. And it's just, regular color scheme, as you can see. Now, I've had these for a little bit. I've solved them both, and I can tell you the sticker quality is really good on these. I'm actually really liking the green, the blue, the red, the yellow, the white, but I'm not a huge fan of the orange. Now you can still see it here as well, the orange. So anyways, there's not much to say about these. They're just fun little shape mods, and they can be tricky to solve. I mean, there can be a bit of a parity on these as well. This also acts as a super cube because these centers can be turned wrong. You can actually solve this entire thing and still have one of these turned wrong. So it is a little bit more challenging. I'll go ahead and scramble this up for you guys. So like I said, I've solved these things a few times. For me, they're not really that challenging, but if you're looking to get into a nice shape-shifting puzzle that might have you deal with a bit of parity, these would be a very good start. So this is the Star Cube. I think it's called the Star Cube, scrambled up. And this is the House Cube. Now this one was actually a little bit more tricky to solve, in all honesty. It doesn't really seem like it, but it is a little bit. So anyways, I'm going to go ahead and scramble this thing up. And again, the stickers on this are obviously very good, and it corner cuts fairly well as well. I haven't had anything pop. Everything works fine. I'm actually really happy that a House Cube got mass-produced, because I know that Red KB had actually made one a long time ago, homemade one, and it looked really great. And I was like, oh, I wonder why hasn't anybody mass-produced that out of Fisher Cube pieces? And now it has, so that's really good. And just scramble this up a little bit more so you can see that we've got a fairly good scramble here. So these are the puzzles. If you'd like, there's a whole bunch of variations of these too. There's different types of house cubes, and there's also the Fisher Cube. I believe there's some other ones as well. I'll leave a link to this in the description down below, and you guys can check the site and see what's there. So let's go on to this one. Now this is just a Dinomorphics. This is a Tripoom mod from a Dino Cube. And this is, I think, is just a black and white variation. I haven't shown this one, but this one is pretty cool because you can see that we've got one corner piece that is white, one corner turning one, and then we've got a whole white side here as well. And they do have centers that don't move. As you can see, the center doesn't move, so you know that's where you put the white. And so anyways, I haven't solved this one, so I think that I'm going to try to solve it right now. And so this is probably going to be one of those ones that's a little bit tough to see if it's fully scrambled or not, because you can see I'm starting to move things. And anyway, so let's just go here. Here we've got these things scrambled. So I'll go up here, turn this just like that, and then turn this just like that. So you can see I've already solved it. So it's not too terribly difficult, but it is good for a beginner's puzzle. I really enjoyed the regular one of this, so this is a nice variation. Thanks, Calvin, for sending that to me. You can see Calvin's puzzle here and Tripoom's signature there. I really like Tripoom's signature, actually. It's, I don't know, I just always like it. All right, so let's go on to the next one. This is another Super 3x3x5 variation. Now there's been a whole bunch of these. I've shown quite a few on here. I haven't shown this one though, and it was sent to me, so I figured, hey, you know what, I'll show it to you guys. Alright, so this one is the same thing. It moves like a 3x3x5. Needs a bit of lube. Yeah, it needs lube, for sure. But anyways, if it's the same as the other ones, we should be able to go like this, and yes, we do. So I've only got my stickerless variations of this, so this is quite nice to have a stickered variation of this one as well. These are a little bit more tricky to solve than your standard 3x3x5s, obviously. I would like to see a version come out where one of these centers is fixed so it can't move. That would make it a lot more difficult, and it would also be a much more interesting solve. Now, I don't think the point of these are to be extremely difficult puzzles. Calvin likes to come out with puzzles that are fairly easy to solve as well as difficult ones. So this is a good, you know, this is I guess an intermediately difficult puzzle. You know, you have to think about where these things go a little bit more than you know, your regular 3x3x5. So it's only on 2 sides, so that's interesting. I believe they have another one where it's only on 1 side and the other side is flat as well, and maybe on 3 sides it's got one. I'm not sure. Anyways, guys, HK Now Store link will be in the description if you guys would like to get any of these puzzles. I will see you guys on my next video.